Alright, how's everybody doing this evening? Back again with another video for you guys and gals. And tonight what I have for everyone is my full review of the Anburt U8 Bluetooth earbuds. Now, y'all know how the story goes, or if you're new here, what happens is I use these things till I feel like I got a handle on everything I'm going to cover for you guys, then it's full review time. So, I feel like I got a handle on everything I want to cover, so it's time to shoot the full review. So let's get into this. Jumping right in, the first thing I want to talk about is the overall build quality and design of the earphones themselves. Now, from a build quality standpoint, I have to say these earphones are constructed extremely well. There's no rattling or creaking of any kind. The buttons have a nice reassuring and tactile click and feedback to them. Really good stuff. Really good stuff. Multifunction power button, also same thing. Really good. Really good. And overall, they feel really good in the hands. They're really comfortable in the ear, especially when it comes to extended usage or extended listening sessions. Really, really good. So again, in terms of the build quality, good stuff. In terms of the design, good stuff as well. No issues with the build quality or the design. So, moving on. Next thing I want to talk about with you guys now are the core features of the earphones. And number one, and probably the most important feature to me, is the fact that these earbuds incorporate Bluetooth 4.1 technology in them. So what does that mean? Absolutely no cables, because you know your boy trying to live that hashtag cableless lifestyle. Number two, these guys have a built-in mic, which means you can make and receive phone calls. And spoiler, the mic quality on this, although we're going to talk about it a little bit later, is really, really good. And number three, these headphones incorporate a dual connect feature, which means that you can connect two devices to the one pair of headphones and use the devices simultaneously without issues. I'm going to demo that in this video for you guys as well. And that pretty much does it for the core features of these earphones. Now, up next, I just want to talk about the sound quality, the volume, and the bass, and then we're going to keep it moving. So, from a sound quality perspective, I have to say that these earphones are extremely good. Had no issues with the sound quality. The sound quality on the low and the high ends of the spectrum was extremely good. There was no crackling or popping on either the low or the high end. So overall, I have to say that the sound quality on these earphones was extremely good, or is extremely good. Now, talking about the overall volume, these headphones or earphones get extremely loud. I had no issues with the volume, no issues whatsoever. They get extremely loud, and also if you listen to them, they get extremely low, but they again stay very crisp and clear whether they're extremely loud or extremely low. So overall, the volume on these headphones is really, really good as well. Now, jumping over to the bass. I don't even know how the manufacturer did this, but these headphones have a really good amount of bass in them, okay? So much so that I could not, for the life of me, listen to these earphones for more than 10 to 15 minutes at max volume. It kind of made my face hurt, y'all. Gave me a headache, made my face hurt. Not in a bad way, but in a good way. So, the overall sound quality and volume of these earphones is extremely good. Next, moving on. The next thing I want to talk about now is the overall mic quality of the earphones. Now, when we talk about the mic quality, I believe the mic is right there. I don't know how well you guys can see that, but the mic is right there. And In terms of overall mic quality, again, I have to say that the mic in these earphones is extremely good. Didn't have any issues, when I was making or receiving phone calls. Didn't have any issues when dictating text or having text read aloud to me. Didn't have any issues when using my voice commands on my smart devices, tablets, computers, so on and so forth. So the mic on these earphones is extremely, extremely good. Didn't have any issues with the mic. Now, up next thing I want to talk about with you guys is the overall steps to pair. So we're gonna pair one, and then I'm gonna show you how you connect both of these up at the same time, so you can use two devices simultaneously. So first thing you want to do, and this should pretty much work on any Bluetooth enabled device. So this will work on smartphones, on tablets, on computers, on laptops, anything that has Bluetooth. As long as you have a certain version of Bluetooth, well, it really doesn't matter the version, because a large majority of Bluetooth nowadays is backwards compatible. So as long as you have Bluetooth, you should be okay. So let's get into how you pair these bad boys. So up first, the first thing you want to do on your smart device or device with Bluetooth is navigate to the Bluetooth settings, turn on Bluetooth, and make your device visible to all nearby Bluetooth. So you can see right here, we have my Stylo 3 and my Note 3. And the first thing I'm going to do on my Stylo 3 here is I knock the headphones off the stand, or the earphones off the stand. I turned on Bluetooth, I made my device visible, and it's already scanning there, and you can see it's already picked it up. The model number for the earphones is U8, so you can see it already sees it. And also, you want to do the same thing on the other device. So real quick before we get going, same thing here. So the Bluetooth is on, the device is visible, and it's already scanned, and you can see the U8 is right down there. So now, on the earphones, you're going to press and hold the multifunction power button here, and you'll get some audible cues. It'll tell you power on, and then it'll automatically go into pairing mode. So here we go. Give me a second, guys. Hard to do that from behind the camera, so let me just throw it in my ears. Okay. Power on. And in pairing mode. So here we go. So you can see right there that the Bluetooth LED indicators are flashing red and blue. And again, I apologize for the lighting, but it's flashing red and blue, indicating that it's in pairing mode. Now, over on my Stylo 3 here, gonna hit rescan here. Even that's what you would do if you're doing this for the first time. You hit scan if it doesn't pop up already, and then you tap the model number to connect, and you'll get a nice audible tone letting you know that it's connected. And you can see right there, device connected, audio and media. Okay, so that's one. Now what you want to do is disconnect the first device. Okay, you'll get an audible tone that you know the device was disconnected. Then on the second device, you want to scan and pair for the same model number. So there's the U8 again. It's scanning, and you can see right there. Let me pick this up. Right there. Let that focus. It says connected, phone, media, and audio. There we go. Now, back on the first device, you want to turn Bluetooth back on and tap the model number again to repair. So you just tap, okay, and it reconnects. So you can see it's connected to device number 1. You can see it right there. And And back over here is connected to device number 2 still. So you can use these two devices simultaneously connected up to this one pair of Bluetooth earphones. Okay, so let's say for instance that you were watching a YouTube video over here and a phone call comes in over here. Now, it's going to pause the YouTube video and you'll start to get the audio from here. And then you can answer this and then this will keep playing. Or vice versa. Let's say you was watching a Netflix movie over here and this phone rings. It's going to pause the Netflix video and let you know incoming phone call, and then you can answer it over here and it will resume that, so you can pause that or exit it, take your phone call, go back to it, continue. Or let's say you were listening to Spotify over here and Netflix over here. Who knows? I got all of them. I use all of them. So you listen to Netflix, you don't like that song. You're listening to Spotify and you're listening to Pandora. I might have messed up. You listen to Spotify over here, you listen to Pandora over here. You don't like the song on Spotify, you click on the Pandora, it pauses, or it keeps playing over here. You pause that, it automatically starts playing Pandora. Or vice versa, you're listening to Pandora, you don't like the song, you pull up Spotify over here, you play the song you like, you pause it over here, it automatically starts playing over here. No problems, not even any delays. You pause it here, it picks up here. It's almost instant. So that's pretty much how the steps to pair if you have a single device, and the steps to pair up multiple devices. Okay? And that's just some of the usage scenarios that you can use using this one pair of earphones across two devices. Keep in mind this works with phones, tablets, laptops, or computers in general, anything that has Bluetooth connectivity, just as long as the earphone or whatever you're trying to connect supports dual connected device feature, you're good to go. So that pretty much goes over the steps to pair. Now let's keep it moving and let's talk about the Bluetooth range and the Bluetooth strength. Now, the manufacturer quotes in the user manual that this has a Bluetooth range of 10 meters or 33 feet. And I found that to be spot on the money. One of the ways I test this is I connect up a device, then I leave it here, and I start walking. Y'all know in my old place, my room was in the back. So I connected in the back, and I'd walk out the back door, and I'd start walking, and usually by the time I hit the end of the driveway, which was about 30 to 33 feet away, it would be disconnected. But as long as I was within that 33-foot range, it worked no problem. And similarly, these are the same way. Now, house is a little bit bigger now, but I tested them the same way. I connected my device in the room, and my room is at one end of the house, and I started walking. I walked all the way to the front door, and I got to just outside the front door, which is a little bit more than 30 feet away, and then I lost connection. So as long as I was within that 33-foot range, didn't have any issues, everything worked. So again, I could tell you the Bluetooth range is spot on, and the same can be said of the strength. As long as you're in areas where there aren't too much interference, you shouldn't have any problems with the Bluetooth strength as well. Now, next, let's talk about the overall durability. Now, durability wise, I have to say that these headphones or earphones are extremely good as well, because as some of y'all may know, I'm very, very clumsy when it comes to things. I fall a lot, I drop things a lot, and I'm happy to say that these earphones are holding up quite well, because I've dropped them probably about 5 times. I've fallen asleep with them on. They got snagged on a few things. I was holding my baby cousin and he yanked them out of my ears. They dropped on the floor and they still work as if brand new. So that's just a testament to the overall durability of these earphones as well. Also, I got caught in the rain with them on. I did a little bit of exercising with them on as well, and they work no problem. So the durability on these earphones are top notch. Next thing I want to talk about now is the overall charge times and the overall battery life. Now, when it comes to the overall charge times, the manufacturer stated in the user manual that these earphones should take anywhere from about 1 hour to 2 hours to reach a full charge. And I found that to be about correct. Now, if you drain these earphones completely to dead, it'll probably let you know about 5 times in the span of about, I want to say 30 seconds, and then it'll power off. It'll give you those audible cues. Device is low, please charge. If you let the earphones completely die, then it's going to take about 2 hours to get to a full charge. If you plug in the earphones right when it says battery low, please charge, then it's going to take you about 1 hour and 50 minutes to get a full charge. And I tested this with a regular micro USB cable and a fast micro USB cable, and I got the same result regardless of which cable I was using. So that also indicates that these guys don't have any type of fast charging whatsoever, but that's still a pretty good charge time in my opinion. Keep in mind this whole video is based on my opinion, and everybody's opinions may vary. We're all entitled to however we want to think and however we want to feel. Alright, so moving on now, when we talk about the overall battery life. Now, the manufacturer did not give me a battery life estimate in the user manual, so I pretty much had to play it by ear. And on average, I was getting anywhere from about 8 hours to 10 hours. Keep in mind, that's using these earphones with the volume set to 25% and 50%. Couldn't really go up to 100% because the bass on these things is extremely good and the volume is extremely loud, and I couldn't really listen to the earphones at 100% for probably any longer than 10 to 15 minutes. But the time that I did test it, it was extremely good again. But keep in mind that your results may vary because we all use our devices differently. Again, that was at 25% and 50%. At 50%, then I'm pushing more towards 9 hours. At 25%, then I'm getting more like 10 hours. So depending on what volume you keep the earphones at, that directly correlates to the amount of battery life you're going to get, at least in my opinion. Okay? So that pretty much does it for the overall charge times and the overall battery life. Now let's talk about some positives and some negatives. Then we're going to wrap it up, talk about the price, and then I'm going to give you guys my final thoughts and a recommendation or two. Now, jumping into it, talking about the positives. I'd have to say overall positives are this guy supports Bluetooth, so you don't have to fight with any cables. You have a built-in battery, so you don't have to keep swapping out batteries every time. Okay? You get some really decent battery life because it's good for what it is, but it could be a positive or it can be a negative. Now I'm calling it decent because for what it is, it's pretty good. But if I had to be honest, I probably slide it into the negative category when it comes to the overall battery life, because I've said it before on previous Bluetooth products that nowadays the battery life, in my opinion, needs to be getting a minimum of 12 hours of runtime. So 10 hours is just a little bit short. So that slots it into the negative category for me. But positives, you get a built-in mic, you got the Bluetooth, You got a very good build quality and design. Okay? You got really, really good charge times as well. Negatives. Again, it had to be that runtime, maxing out at 10 hours. That's a little bit low for me, so it'll slot in the negatives. You may feel differently. We're all entitled to our own opinion. And probably also another negative would probably be that I wish these guys came in a true wireless fashion, because although you don't have any cables hanging from it, you still have the cable connecting it. So, as I said, with the durability, it could easily get snatched on. If you're holding a baby, you can snag it on something and it'll go flying. So, these are good headphones, but in my opinion, they could have been great headphones if they were truly wireless. Keep in mind, this is just in my opinion, and that's how I feel about it. Now, that does it for the positives and the negatives. Now I want to talk about the price. Now, you guys can pick this up right now today via Amazon, and it's going to run you about $21 after tax. Keep in mind, I have Amazon Prime because I'm an Amazon Prime customer. That means I get free 2-day shipping wherever available. Okay? If you're not an Amazon Prime customer, you still have to factor in shipping and handling wherever applicable. Okay? But for that price of about $22 after tax, I can probably easily recommend that you guys and gals pick these headphones up. Again, they're really, really durable. They have a really, really fast charge time. And, the bass, volume, and overall sound quality on these guys is really, really good. And again, the only two downsides would probably be, I wish the battery life could have been a little bit longer. 10 hours, kind of a little bit too short for me. And I wish they could have came in a truly wireless version that would have made them great. But that about does it for my full review of the Anburt U8 Bluetooth earphones. I hope everyone enjoyed the video. If you did, please help your boy out and give the video a thumbs up. That really does help me out. You don't know how much. Also, I want to apologize again for the lighting. I lost the daylight. I'm sorry, guys. It is what it is. Show must go on. Anywho, if you guys enjoyed this raw, uncut video, please remember that you can give the video a like. And if you want to see more, please remember to hit the subscribe button down below and click off the notification bell icon right next to it so you get notified when I post new videos. And as always, if this video got you intrigued, or maybe you want to pick this up for yourself, all links to where to pick these earphones up at some really great prices will be down below in the video description. So, it's a one-stop shop down there, so go ahead and check it out. Now, that being said, if you guys and gals know anyone out there looking for some high quality, affordable devices and products at some really great prices, please share with them my channel, because I'm doing this for everyone, because we all deserve the best. Alright everybody, I hope everyone has a great evening, and I will catch you guys and gals in my next video. Peace.